A sheep knitting a sweater. Think of your life getting better and better. Think of your cat asleep in a tree. Think of that spot where you once skinned your knee. Think of a bird that stands in your palm. Try to remember the 21st Psalm. Think of a big pink horse galloping south. Think of a fly and close your mouth. If you feel thirsty, then drink from your cup. The birds will keep singing until they wake up.
My name is Emily, and I will be reciting A Boat Beneath the Sunny Sky by Lewis Carroll. A boat beneath a sunny sky, lingering onward dreamily in an evening of July. Children three that nestle near, eager eye and willing ear, please a simple tale to hear. Long has paled that sunny sky, echoes fade and memories die. Autumn frosts have slain July. Still, she haunts me, phantom-wise, Alice moving under skies, never seen by waking eyes. Children yet the tale to hear, eager eye and willing ear, lovingly shall nestle near. In a wonderland they lie, dreaming as the days go by, dreaming as the summers die. Ever drifting down a stream, lingering in the golden gleam. Life, what is it but a dream?
And I will be reciting the poem Across the Bay by Donald David. A queer thing about those waters, there are no birds there, or hardly any. I did not miss them. I do not remember missing them, or thinking it uncanny. The beach so called was a blinding splinter of limestone, a quarry outraged by holes. We took pleasure in that, the emptiness, the hardness of the light, the silence, and the water's stillness. But this was a setting for one of our murderous scenes. This hurt and goes on hurting. The venomous soft jelly, the undersides, we could stand the world if it were hard all over.
My name is Kira Brazel, and I'll be reciting Hedgehog by Paul Muldoon. The snail moves like a hovercraft, held up by a rubber cushion of itself, sharing its secret with the hedgehog. The hedgehog shares its secret with no one. You say, hedgehog, come out of yourself, and you will love you. We mean no harm, want only to listen to what you have to say. We want your answers to our questions. The hedgehog gives nothing away, keeping itself to itself. We wonder what a hedgehog has to hide. We wonder why it so distrusts. We forget a God under this crown of thorns. We forget that never again will a God trust in the world.
My name is Emma Wheatbrock, and I'll be reciting The Unforgiven by Russell Edson. After a series of indiscretions, a man stumbled homeward, thinking, now that I'm going down on my misbehavior, I'm to be forgiven, because how I acted was not the true self, which I am now returning to. And I'm not to be blamed for the past, because I'm to be seen as one redeemed in the present. But when he got to the threshold of his house said, go away, I'm not at home. Not at home? A house is always at home. Where else can it be, said the man. I am not at home to you, said his house. And so, the man stumbled away into another series of indiscretions.
My name is Cassidy Shrope, and I will be reciting Constantly Risking Absurdity, number 15, by Lawrence Garrett. Constantly risking absurdity and death whenever he performs above the heads of his audience. The poet, like an acrobat, climbs on rhyme to a high wire of his own making, and balancing on I-beams above a sea of faces, paces his way to the other side of day, performing entree shots and sleight-of-foot tricks and other high theatrics, and all without mistaking anything for what it may not be. For he is the super realist who must perforce perceive taught truth before the taking of each stance or step in his supposed advance to that still higher perch where beauty stands and waits with gravity to start her death-defying leap. And he, a little Charlie Chaplin man who may or may not catch her fair eternal form, spread-eagled in the empty air of existence.
My name is Mariah, and I'll be reciting Deliberate by Amy Matsu. So by 16, we move in packs. So by 16, we move in packs. Learn to strut and slide in a deliberate, low-down rhythm. Talk in a syncopated beat because we want so bad to be cool, never to be mistaken for white, even when we leave these rowdier LA streets. Remember how we paint our eyes like gangsters, splash our legs in nylon, sassy black high heels, or 2-inch zippered boots, stack them by the door at night next to daddy's muddy garden shoes.
My name is Cameron Krennicke, and I will be reciting The Farmer by W.D. Earhart. Each day I go into the fields to see what is growing and what remains to be done. It is always the same thing. Nothing is growing, and everything needs to be done. Plow, harrow, disc, water, pray till my bones ache and hands rub, blood raw with honest labor. All that grows is the slow, intransigent intensity of need. I have sown my seed on soil, guaranteed by poverty to fail. But I don't complain, except to passerby who ask me why I work such barren earth. They would not understand me if I stooped to lift a rock and hold it like a child, or laugh, or told him it is their poverty. I labor to relieve. For them, I complain. A farmer of dreams knows how to pretend. A farmer of dreams knows what it means to be patient. Each day, I go into the fields.
Hi guys, my name is Emmy Fassbender, and I'll be reciting La Filia che piange by T.S. Eliot. O quam timemur virgo, stand on the highest pavement of the stair, lean on a garden urn, weave the sunlight in your hair, clasp your flowers to you with a pained surprise, fling them to the ground and turn with a fugitive resentment in your eyes. But weave the sunlight in your hair. So I would have had him leave. So I would have had her stand and grieve. So he would have left. As the soul leaves the body torn and bruised, as the mind deserts the body it has used, I should find some way incomparably light and deft, some way we both should understand, simple and faithless as a smile and shake of the hand. She turned away, but with the autumn weather compelled my imagination many days and many hours. Her hair over her arms, and her arms full of flowers. I should have lost a gesture and a pose. Sometimes these cogitations still a maze. The troubled midnight and the noon's repose. Thank you.
My name's Kristen Homan, and I'll be doing Oh My Love's Like a Red, Red Rose by Robert Burns. Oh, my love's like a red, red rose that's newly sprung in June. Oh, my love's like the melody that's sweetly played in tune. So fair art thou, my bonny lass, so deep in love am I. And I will love thee still, my dear, till all the seas gang dry. Till all the seas gang dry, my dear, and the rocks melt with the sun. I will love thee still, my dear, while the sands of time shall run. So fare thee well, my only love, so fare thee well a while. I will come again, my love, though it were 10,000 miles.
My name is Megan Fenlon, and I will be reciting Fire and Ice by Robert Frost. Some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. From what I've tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. But if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of hate to say that for destruction ice is also great and would suffice.
My name is Miles Lamore, and I'll be reciting Break, Break, Break by Alfred Lord Tennyson. Break, 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 on thy cold gray stones, O sea, and I would that my tongue could utter the thoughts that arise in me. A well for the fisherman's boy, a shout for the sister at play, a well for the sailor lad, that sings in his boat on the bay. The stately ships go on to their haven under the hill, but oh for the touch of a vanished hand and the sound of a voice that is still. Break, 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 at the foot of thy crags, O sea, to the tender grace of the day that is dead, will never come back to me.
My name is Destiny, and I'll be reciting First Poem for You by Kim Adonisio. I like to touch your tattoos in complete darkness, when I can't see them. I'm sure of where they are. Know by heart the neat lines of lightning pulsing just above your nipple. Confined as if by instinct, the blue swirls of water on your shoulder, where a serpent twists facing a dragon. When I pull you to me, taking you until we're spent and quiet on the sheets, I love to kiss the pictures in your skin. They'll last until you're seared to ashes. Whatever persists or turns to pain between us, they will still be there. Such permanence is terrifying. So I touch them in the dark, but touch them trying.
Hi, my name's Antonio, and I'm going to be reciting Barber by Larry Bradley. Learn from the man who spends much of his life speaking to the back of your head, knowing what it means to follow a razor's edge along a worn strop of random thoughts as they spring so invisibly from the mind to the mouth. Who shouldered soldiers in 2 wars and fled fire fields undecorated. Who fathered once, but is fatherless forever. And who works his sentiments in deeper, into your scalp, under a sign on the knotty pine walls whose rubric reads, quote, homines tot sententia, which means he sees in you his suffering. Smells of war-bound tonics and gels, pillow heads and powders, and a floor full of slippies swept every evening neatly into a pile for the field mice. All those roundabout hours, only a man who fixes his tie to clip crabgrass crowding the lady's grave could believe with a certain clean devotion, and who would never for one moment dream of hurting you when his back was turned. Thank you.
I'm Angel, and I'm going to be reciting Self-Employed by David Ignato. I stand and listen, head bowed to my inner complaint. Persons passing by think I'm searching for a lost coin. You're fired, I yell inside, after an especially bad episode. I'm letting you go without notice or terminal pay. You just lost another chance to make good. But then I watch myself, standing at the exit, depressed and about to leave. and wave myself back in, wearily. For who else could I get in my place to do the job in dark, airless conditions?
My name is Justin Miller, and I'll be reciting The Ocean by Nathaniel Hawthorne. The ocean has a silent cave, deep, quiet, and alone. Though there be fury on the waves, beneath them there is none. The awful spirits of the deep hold their communion there. And there are those for whom we weep, the young, the bright, the fair. Calmly the wearied seamen rest beneath their own blue sea. The ocean solitude they're blessed, to theirs carried. The earth has guilt, the earth has care, unquiet are its graves, but peaceful sleep is ever there, beneath the dark blue waves.
My name is Angela Destorius, and I will be reciting Ecology by Jack Collin. Surrounded by bone, surrounded by cells, by rings of hell, by hair surrounded by airs of thing, by honey wet, surrounded by silhouette, by honey wet bees, yet by skeletons of trees. Surrounded by actual, yes, for practical purposes, people surrounded by surreal popcorn, surrounded by the reborn, surrender in the center to surroundings. Oh, surrender forever, never end her. Let her blend around, surrender to the surroundings that surround the tender endo surrender. That tumble through the tumbling to the blue that curls around the crumbling, to that blue that rumbles under the sun bounding the pearl that we walk on, talk on, we can chalk that up to experience. Sensing the brown here that's blue now, a drop of water surrounding a cow that's black and white, warbling black Bernie and Twitter that's machining midnight orange in the light that's glittering in the light green visible wind. That's the ticket to the tunnel through the thicket. That's the cricket's funnel of music to correct and pick it out from the wing that whirls up, over, and out.
Hi, I'm Sawyer Fenlon, and I'll be reciting The Time I Lost in Wooing by Thomas More. The time I lost in wooing, in watching and pursuing, the light that lies in women's eyes has been my heart's undoing. That wisdom oft has sought me. I scorned the lore she brought me. My only books were women's looks and follies, all they brought me, all they taught me. Her smile when beauty granted, I hung with a gaze enchanted. Like him the sprite whom's maids by night oft meet in glen that's haunted. Like him too, beauty won me, but while her eyes were on me, if once their ray was turned away, oh the winds could not outrun me. And are those follies going? And is my proud heart growing? Too cold or wise for brilliant eyes again to set it glowing? No vain, alas, the endeavor, from bonds so sweet to sever. For wisdom's chance against a glance is now as weak as ever. Thank you.
My name is Sam Beatty, and I'll be reciting To Helen by Edgar Allan Poe. Helen, thy beauty is to me like those Nishian barks of yore, that gently o'er a perfumed sea the weary, wayworn wanderer bore to his own native shore. On the desperate seas long wont to roam, thy hyacinth hair, thy classic face, thy naiad airs which have brought me home to the glory that was Greece and the grandeur that was Rome. Lo, in yon brilliant window niche, how statue-like I see thee stand, the agate lamp within thy hand. Ah, Psyche, from regions which are holy land. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Lauren, and I'll be reciting Cadillac Moon by Kevin Young. Crashing again.
Basquiat sends fenders and letters headlong into each other. The future, fusion. Ah! Big Bang, Big Apple, atoms behind him, no sirens in sight. His career of careening since at 6, playing stickball, a car stole his spleen. Blindsided. Move along, folks, nothing to see here. Driven, just 2 caddies colliding, biting the dust he's beginning to snort. Hit and run. Red Cross, the pale ambulance, inside out he hitched to the hospital. Joyride. Hot wired, oh, the rush before the wreck, each Cadillac a Titanic, an iceberg that's met its match. Cabin flooded like an engine, drawing even dark shine from below deck. Flats, fix. Chop, shop. Bodywork while you wait. In situ, the spleen or lean anterior view removed. Given Grey's Anatomy by his mother for recovery 151. Reflection of spleen turned forwards and to the right like pages of a book. Basquiat pulled into orbit with tide the moon. Gold as a tooth, a hubcap gleamed. Shine, swimming for land, somewhere solid. He spun his own orbit.